Call her Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone who rule well. I am not a member, however, I've entered into their labors. Peace, mercy, and blessings to the sincere brothers and sisters doing this, wherever you are, whatever your lot may be. Um, I guess this is a testimony, but also an admonishment, or I don't know. We'll see. Let's roll in the spirit. But the reason is because we are all plagued in some way, shape, or form or fashion. And for me, unfortunately, it is the mental struggles, and it's born of since we are in this sinful flesh, uh, we can't always walk in the spirit. You have spiritual highs and you have spiritual lows. When I'm high on the spirit, but when I'm low, man, I'm low, and I really hate being in the flesh. Before waking up to this truth, I never would have thought twice about it. But now, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and him showing his mercy unto me and allowing me to learn and understand and move within the spirit and increasing my discernment and all these great and wonderful gifts. When I'm low and I feel in the flesh, it's almost a dirty feeling, profane, outside the temple type thing. So, this is to anyone who feels this way or is going through something. Just weather the storm. All right, it'll be about patience. All right, it'll be about faith, and you'll get through it. And I would like to use myself as a living testimony that you will get through it. Now, will it move and you want it to move? Maybe. Most likely it won't. But you will get through it. The Lord will put us through many different things, through many different tests. Remember, you're being trained. And as crazy as it sounds that, there is a life after this, there is a world after this. You are not born and put on this earth to just come here, get shot up with a bunch of poison. As soon as you come out of the womb, they sticking you with things. And then you grow up in an indoctrination, and then you pay bills and you die, and then or before you die, you pass on that bullshit ideology and indoctrination to your children, and it just furthers and it just keeps going on. This perpetual cycle of failure and death has an end. And just like that has an end, so does whatever you're going through within this truth. Whatever storm you have to weather, just weather it. But while you're weathering it, you should be praying for the Lord to bring you out, praying for the Spirit, or for Him to put the words in you to speak those things into existence, and to keep a mindset of deliverance and of victory, right? And a mindset that fearing the Lord and doing as you're commanded will bring you, coupled with your faith, of course, will bring you out of whatever storm you are going through. All right, so let's read Isaiah 40 and 28. We'll just get a couple of precepts, and then that'll be it. This is just something, I guess we can call it some sort of a encouragement for whoever needs it. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, I have faith that this will get where it needs to go. Today, tomorrow, next week, don't know, but I know that I prayed that somebody that needed to hear this will hear this, and through faith, I'm exercising my faith that somebody will be edified. Isaiah 40 and 28. Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting power, Yahweh, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, and neither is weary? There is no searching of his understanding. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increases strength. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fail, or shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon Yahweh shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles, and they shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. So again, once you learn So okay, give me just a second. Let me see. I gotta see something. Okay. All right. So okay. All right, we back. We back. Um, so step one, you hear the truth, right? You hear a voice that tells you this is the way, walk ye in it, you don't turn back. You learn the names, you fear the names, you get in the word, you read, you understand your assignment, and you do it. And when you go through these tests and you go through these trials, you take what you've learned out of here. So it is imperative that you read, that you to increase your understanding. It's imperative that you read and that you listen to lessons, and especially in a low. Man, if you're in a low, sometimes I'll try to fall asleep listening to the word, because you have all these apps. You can listen to the word, you can listen to brothers' videos, and you can just read, just continue to read, just beat it into you, and I guarantee the spirit will return unto you. Um, but you gotta also do and I'm kind of all over the place, but you also have to do a better job of guarding your ears and guarding your eyes. And it's not wicked to, do things that you enjoy, but when you feel low in the spirit, that's when you gotta dig and you gotta fight. You gotta dig in this word and just flood yourself with this word. And I guarantee you, something you will run across something that will spark or light that reignite that fire in you, and you'll be back on that high shortly. Right, but we need to trust in the Lord. What else do we want to get? Ah, of course. Get that Proverbs 18. Straight to the point. Proverbs 18 and 10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. All right, so I mean we know what righteous means, but just for the let's just get it. Tzedak, just, lawful, right? Right in one's cause, and conduct and character, and what is the parameter, what tells you if your conduct and character are in the right place. The law, statutes, and commandments, which cannot save you, but it's a really good insurance policy. Right, you are saved by grace through faith because Yahweh Shai gave his life, but that does not absolve you from living according to the ways of the Lord. Right, righteous as justified and vindicated by God. So if you check all your boxes, and that's another reason why you may be in a low, is because you're not checking all your boxes, or you get complacent. And when we do get complacent, the Lord will put you in a lower state. When you do get complacent, the Lord will put you in a lower state, and that will cause you to search out why you were going through something. And in doing so, you gain some more understanding, you gain some more knowledge, you can then in turn help another brother if need be, if that's what it is that the Lord wants you to do. Well, whatever it is, you're going to be greater for it. All things work together for your good, right? Especially when you're living the way you're, or doing your best to live the way you're supposed to live. This advice ain't gonna help you if you are just in willful sin. Let's see. This is Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach. Um, we'll start at the top. My son, if thou, chapter 2. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, and that you will see, that you will feel. Um, and the tests get greater and greater, but that's because your spirit gets greater and greater, or that faith muscle and that trust in the Lord will get greater and greater. And that's when you just need to weather it. Right? Do what you need to do, weather the storm, and the Lord will pull you out. And that goes for whatever personal situation you're going to, all the way up until the mandatory implementation of, the final prophecy, Revelation 13:16. Um, whatever your lot is, you'll be able to take it manfully. And I'm preaching to self as I'm talking on this here, because you don't know what you're gonna do in that time. It's so easy to say, I'm gird my loins like a man. You don't know that. Because at any given time, the Lord can put us through, if you get too proud, and we'll get something on pride. We'll get that next. You get too proud, the Lord will put a lion spirit on you, or a spirit to have you fold. He put that a spirit on Saul to try and smite. Dang, he put a spirit on Saul, but the end result was to get a harper, someone to play a harp to get that spirit out, and that was David, because the Lord was setting David up to be king, because the Lord had rent the kingdom from Saul for not following instructions. So be faithful, be humble, don't be prideful, right? Set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make not haste in time of trouble. And it's very easy to do that because sticky situations are uncomfortable. Tough situations are very uncomfortable. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. And we'll also get, something on pride and uh, yeah, we'll move on. Okay, so uh, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. So, beautifully written, perfect instruction. And when you're in a lower state, you're going to try to find out why. And if you are wise, you will seek to the scriptures and you will be praying, like, and asking the Lord what's going on. What can you do? What did you do? You'll start thinking back on things that you might have done. Now you're being repentant. All right, and now you get a lesson in humility, and it's all to build you up. And I had to tell myself that because I constantly or consistently um, go through these roller coasters, and I know other brothers do too. There's nothing new under the sun, and I know that our big brother and our Savior Yahushua went through it. That is why he came down in the flesh to experience all the imperfections of what this sinful flesh, these chains of darkness, have to offer. Believe in him, and he will help thee. What is our way of right? Trust in him. Ye, yeah, ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside lest ye fall. And it'd be super easy to take a way out that is pertaining to this world. All right, but there's scriptures about woe unto them trusting in Egypt, right? You Our trust is to be in the Lord, in Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. There are many different examples of miracles, like when uh I forget, the king of Assyria came under King Hezekiah, right? And I believe that's like in Isaiah 35, maybe 36. Yep. So Sennacherib invades Judah. And this is with King Hezekiah, and he was pretty much Sennacherib was telling him, um, like, how you gonna be delivered? Every other nation that I've come to take, I've taken. If I set my eyes on it, I came, I saw, I conquered. And then he tried to talk to the men that are guarding the walls and saying, don't trust in Hezekiah, oh your God. Look, I am he, I am him, I'm that guy. So go peacefully, and we can do this. We can do this the easy way or do this the hard way. But at the end of the day, Hezekiah sought out Isaiah, because that is how you uh, get to the Lord, is through his Lord speaks through his prophets. And Sennacherib ended up being killed by his sons in his own land. He got a message to go back to his own land, and you can read through this. I'm roughly paraphrasing. 144 Kahalo Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And he ended up being killed by his sons in his own land. So the Lord can and will make a way. And if he doesn't, then that is, hey, You in the spirit world and you chilling. But the Lord will make a way, especially if you're of His elect. And of course, you have your martyrs. That is written. There's some of us, or whoever it may be, who can very well be martyrs. But you good in the end. You good in the end. So whatever you got to do to fight tooth and nail to hold on to your faith and your belief, praying for the Spirit to hit you when you're low, um, praying that the Lord sends something your way so that you can do a lesson, and then not only are you edifying others, but you're edifying yourself because you got to search the scriptures and it keeps you sharp. Everything is just beautifully put together the way this whole thing is. But you gotta do what you gotta do. So let's go. I did talk about not being prideful, and then the end of something being better. So we'll get to on that. So let's go, James. It's not 22. Yeah, be ye doers of the word, not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. Ah, the point in four. James, well, we're going to start at the top. James, a servant of God and of the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. I thought I'd read that. My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. And if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given unto him. But let him here we go, right here. Let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. All right, for let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord. Right, because a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Plain as day. So we know what we need to do. And then let's get mm-hmm. And then we can end it here. I just want to. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. Yeah. And it's better to hear rebuke of the wise. Sure, the oppressor and make a wise man mad. Ah, Ecclesiasticus 7 and 8, or not Ecclesiasticus, sorry, Ecclesiastes, not Ecclesiasticus, but Ecclesiastes. Better is 7 and 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. Be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry. Okay, so no, we just want 7 and 8. So better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. All right, and that can be likened unto saying, um, when you first enter into your, excuse me, when you first enter into your lowest state, right? It sucks. And there's one thing I learned. There was a saying when I was in the military, and it goes, the best way to eat a shit sandwich is quickly. But to contrast that with this is just to say, do what you got to do, right? Be patient in the lowest state, and it's easier to say it when you're not in a lower state. But just be patient, keep praying, um, do a search, look back on your last couple of days or weeks or whatever it is you got to do. Make sure you're repenting. Make sure you're reading. Make sure you're throwing yourself in this word. Just do. I don't know what it is you need to do. You know it because you know you better than I know you or whoever it is that's listening. But you know what you need to do. So do it. Right? Put the pride aside. Be humble. I don't know how many times I got to say it. Humility, repentance, and patience in your lowest state, and the Lord will deliver you out of it. It just won't be on your time, but you will be delivered out of it, and you must believe that through faith. So there are your weapons. Your weapons are faith. Your weapons are humility. Your weapons are patience. All right. All of these things you can use while you are in a lower state, whatever that means to you, whatever a lower state means to you. Utilize these things, and the Lord, coupled with the fear of the Lord and the obedience, because if you fear Him, you will be obedient, and you'll be all right. And you will be all right in many other times that you are transferred to a lower state, whenever or wherever or however that is. You're good. You'll be good, because the righteous aren't going to be forsaken, and that is written. So with that being said, shalom.